He's already out. Second one.
All the best.
Make sure you post me.
I will.
This is how
All the best. All the best, Lucasen.
Give me in trouble. I know. He went back to pick his cue.
I think after these ones, then they are done, right? Who?
Had a very difficult season, survived the relegation with 2 games to go where they were strong in winning those games. But now Ghana can push forward. Nyama can check onto his left. It's Nyama! Boy, saved by that one. Finally now, Ghana breaks the deadlock through the substitute Calibri. And Nyama was breaking through.
This pretty much came out of nothing, you have to say. I mean, what a pass this, and what a first touch from Nyama. And I thought at this point he was going to cut it and score. He did that brilliantly. I thought he was going to find either side of the net. But well done to Caleb, because at some point I thought the chance was lost.
Yeah. So it's Ernest Nyama, whose pace and his ability to carry the ball came to full force there. Couldn't find the curl into the far post. Carl Dallo managing to squeeze in and actually deflected off one of his players onto the woodwork. But you need to be there. You need to be at the right place at the right time to apply the finishing touch. And to the delight of Kalesh Kirosh, it was the man in the yellow shirt, Caleb Urenchi, who was on hand to apply the finishing touch. Then one more attack in stoppage time. Congreve. Nico Williams. Broadhead. Back to Williams. Oh, gets round Barbara Man so easily. Ball comes into the box. The header is good. And it's the equalizer they've been looking for. Wales pulling back from Kumas. The second half substitute who took the place of Kiefer Moore. And Ghana has been breached right at the death. Wales won. Ghana won. Kwame.
We've got to ask a lot of questions about, here at this point. Poor defending, if you ask me. The game was over.
Yeah. Got around Babaraman so easily and whipped the ball in with great pace, but it's the movement across Ajete from Kumas that was delightful. And once he got across his man, it was all about
In defense! And it has come finally! Took just 9 minutes to see the opening goal in the 2026 World Cup. And that has come off the boots of the brilliance of Quinones. No other this one. Here they come. Mexico from that right-hand side. Cross through! Raul Jimenez makes it happen for his team tonight. And he connected to that one like a socket. Headed the ball through like a rocket. And it's Mexico with another goal in their pockets. L3 are cruising to victory. They lead South Africa by 2-0.
Lovely crossing, lovely finish. And moments ago, we were just speaking about how silent he's been coming into the second half. And that's what strikers are made of. They could be silent for the whole time of the game. And then that one moment, you know, when it comes, they tend to, you know, capitalize on it. That's what Jimenez have done this night. And what an incredible header. What a great cross. Good finish. Well done.
Wondering, for the first time in FIFA World Cup history, Africa would have 10 representatives at the tournament. And this is not just about participation. It is time Africa genuinely believes can actually produce a World Cup finalist or possibly a champion of the world. From Morocco's historic semi-final run in 2022 to Senegal's golden generation, from Ghana's exciting young stars to Ivory Coast's resurgence and South Africa's emotional return, the continent heads into 2026 with more depth, more talent, and more belief than ever before. So today on 54 Football X, we're breaking down all 10 teams that would be representing the African continent at the World Cup, but mainly focusing on the continent's biggest hopes: Morocco, Senegal, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and not forgetting South Africa. We'll look at their squad, stats, key players, strength, weakness, and realistic chance of going deep in the tournament. Can Africa eventually conquer the world? Morocco. Let's start with Africa's biggest hope in Morocco. In 2022, Morocco changed African football forever by becoming the very first side to play in the semi-final of a FIFA World Cup, defeating Belgium, Spain, and Portugal in one of the greatest underdog runs football has ever seen in the round leather game. But here is the scary part. Morocco might actually be better now than they were in Qatar. During qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Morocco were absolutely dominant. 8 matches they played, 8 wins they had, 22 goals were scored, only conceding 2 goals in the process. That is ridiculous consistency. And according to FIFA statistics, Morocco are now unbeaten in 22 World Cup qualifiers since 2015. This is one of the greatest qualifying runs in African football history. This team is built differently. Defensively, they are elite. Tactically, they are disciplined. And individually, they have world-class players. Achraf Hakimi remains one of the best attacking fullbacks in football history. Yassine Bono is still among the best goalkeepers in the world. Sofiane Amrabat gives them aggression and control in midfield. And they are now even more creative with Brahim Diaz. What makes Morocco dangerous is balance. Most African teams in the past rely heavily on flair and athleticism. Morocco combines that with European tactical structure. They can defend deep, they can dominate possession, they can counter-attack, and most importantly, they no longer fear anybody. You did see that at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. But there's pressure now, yes, because they are no longer going to be seen as the underdog. Morocco were recently described as carrying a heavy burden of expectation because after 2022, the world now expect them to perform again. In Qatar, they shocked the world. In 2026, nobody will underestimate them anymore. Still, if there is any African team that can actually reach the semi-finals again, or even the final, Morocco has the best chance. Now, let's talk about Senegal, arguably the most complete squad in Africa. Some analysts actually believe Senegal have a stronger overall squad compared to Morocco right now. And honestly, it is hard to argue. Senegal qualified unbeaten. Physically, they are terrifying. Tactically, they are organized. And mentally, they believe they belong to one of the best teams in the world. Remember, this is the same country that actually shocked the defending champions France at the 2002 World Cup and reached the quarterfinals. Now, they return with even more depth. And offensively, Senegal have explosive attackers. the likes of Nicholas Jackson, Ismail Assar, and Iliman Ndiaye. Unlike previous African teams that have actually depended on one superstar, Senegal's strength is collective. Even with Sadio Mane aging, they still have quality everywhere. What makes Senegal dangerous is physical dominance. Against European teams, African sides have struggled most times tactically or mentally. Senegal removes that disadvantage because they can actually be very physical and also try to overpower their elite opponent. They press aggressively, they transition quickly, and defensively, they're extremely hard to break down. The concern is the consistency in attack. Sometimes Senegal creates chances but fails to finish games early. And in knockout football, that can actually become very, very dangerous. Still, this squad has quarterfinal or even semi-final potential. Do not be surprised if Senegal becomes Africa's deepest team at this tournament. Ghana. Every African nation still remembers 2010, one penalty kick away from becoming Africa's first ever World Cup semi-finalist before heartbreak against Uruguay. That moment still hurts across the continent. But Ghana enters 2026 with a completely new generation. This team is younger, faster, more fearless, and far more attacking than previous Ghanaian squads. The star of this team appears to be Antoine Semenyo. He can dribble, he can score, he can create chances, and he thrives under pressure. And there is Thomas Partey, bringing experience and control in the midfield for the Black Stars of Ghana. Now, here is an underrated statistics. Jordan Ayew finished the qualification with 7 assists, the highest in the African qualifying series. This is to tell you that this team actually have something important. The Ghanaian team creates chances. The issue will be balance. Defensively, Ghana can still become vulnerable against elite opponents. Sometimes they attack with too much freedom and leave spaces behind them. But tournament football is unpredictable, and Ghana might be Africa's ultimate wild card. If the Ghanaian attack catches fire at the World Cup, Ghana could become one of the most dangerous teams in the tournament. This is not a team that will play safe. This is a team that would attack fearlessly. So watch out for Ghana. And honestly, this made them very, very exciting to watch. Next up, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast might actually be Africa's most dangerous tournament team at this World Cup. During qualification, Ivory Coast went unbeaten and incredibly conceded 0 goals. 0. That defensive record is unbelievable. They also recorded the biggest victory in Africa World Cup qualifying history by defeating the team Seychelles by 9 goals to nothing. This team has power, speed, technique, and not forgetting belief. For this Ivory Coast team, Amad Diallo has become one of the most exciting young attackers in which you can look forward to in African football, and he would be thinking of taking the World Cup in his own stride. Frank Casey brings experience and leadership. Ibrahim Sangare tried to dominate the midfield battles for the Elephant of Ivory Coast, and Ousmane Diomande is imagined as one of Africa's best defenders. So one thing is sure you would love about this Ivory Coast team is the exact balance they bring to their side. Unlike the golden generation of Drogba and Yaya Toure, this squad feels more complete tactically, and they defend together and also attack together. They press aggressively and find the right transition quickly. But the only concern, if you think about this team, is the fact that they do not truly have an elite striker. But in tournament football, organization often matters more than so. And this Ivory Coast team looks extremely difficult to beat. And honestly, they could surprise a whole lot of people at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. For Bafana of South Africa, qualification itself already feels historic, especially in a group that included the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This is a country with massive football passion, finally returning to the biggest stage, the FIFA World Cup. And while South Africa may not possess the elite stars of Morocco, Senegal, or even Ivory Coast, they do have something very, very important, and that is discipline. This South African team know very well and for themselves that under Hugo Broos, South Africa has become organized, compact, and mentally resilient in their style of play. And we can also add that Reno Williams has developed into one of Africa's best shortstopper, and Tembo Mokoena controls the midfield brilliantly for the South African team. According to FIFA, South Africa once held Africa's record for consecutive World Cup qualifying wins between 1997 and 2001, a record Morocco recently matched. This is a proud football nation as they look forward to repeating the opening game of the 2010 World Cup against Mexico on June 11 at the start of this 2026 FIFA World Cup. The challenge for South Africa is goals, and that could actually prove very pivotal in this World Cup running. Against stronger teams, creating chances consistently could become very, very difficult at this World Cup. But tournament football rewards a defensive organization, and if South Africa frustrate opponents early in matches, they could become one of the best teams tournament surprise packages. Don't expect them to dominate games. It will be very difficult for you to see that from a South African team, but absolutely expect them to be that side that would compete at this FIFA World Cup. For decades, Africa had talent, but now Africa also has elite coaching, not forget tactical structure, and also adding European level experience and belief. So what would be the gainsaying of all African teams at this FIFA World Cup? From all of us at 54 Footballers, we're supporting every African team and hoping that Africa would go far. Mark the point here for 54 Footballers.
Okay, so let's start a little bit at the beginning. So can you say again your name and your role with the Football Association?
Yeah, my name is Elito Carvalho. I am the national coach of the resident national team.
Okay, so just tell me about the experience, first of all, of being here at the World Cup with the team.
Okay, like I can start saying that it's a dream coming true for us. I think nobody in Africa could believe that a small country, or nobody in the world could believe that a small country such as Cabo Verde, 500,000 people there, could reach the World Cup final stage. So being here is being an adventure for us, but we are very focused to compete. Okay. Because we are a country which likes challenge, and this is a big challenge for us. So we came here to compete. We know that we have the same weapons that the other teams. Like today from Spain, that's why we fought a lot. We fought a lot, and we could draw. So it's very good for us.
So how did it feel to make history today with the team?
It's very difficult to put all the words there in the words, but we can say there's some words to describe. Yeah, sacrifice, courage, honor, resilience, and I think those organization. Those words can describe what happened today in the pitch.
And tell me about the goalkeeper, who's now the most famous man in the world.
Vozinha.
Yes.
The oldest player we got, 40 years old. He said he's going to finish his career as a football player after the World Cup.
I think one thing that we're scared of, our West Sphere has been confirmed. There was rumors that Partey did not get a visa to play in Canada, and I think it has officially been confirmed. And it means that at this point, there's nothing that the FA can do about it, or there's nothing that FIFA can do about it. And it's kind of unfortunate because to have one of your senior players miss your opening match is very, very bad, and even for the player himself, it is not something that he would wish to be in that situation. But what does this mean for Ghana? First of all, two ways. In terms of the football, it's Thomas Partey, but it's not really a big deal. Let me explain. First of all, once everybody got their visa and realized that Thomas' visa has been denied and the FA was working on it, I knew, and I'm sure that the technical department would work a system that will not require Thomas Partey to play the opening game. So I believe that at this point, the team have prepared without Thomas Partey, and they know that they will go and play the game without him. And also, Thomas, in terms of current form, is not really Ghana's best performing player. So there are other midfielders in the team that may even fail should start ahead of Thomas Partey. So it's not the Arsenal of Thomas, or it's not when Thomas was Ghana's best player. It's more of the Thomas who is aging and becoming a bit more slower. So it's more of a senior player in the team that would go to him for experience than rather the more of the footballing part. So in terms of that, I think it's not really a big deal. But the other part is the psychological impact. Nobody can perform at the highest level with this kind of issue hanging around your neck. We all know what is going through in England. It is not really confirmed that that's the reason why his visa was not approved, but obviously you don't need a prophet to tell you. And I think that is the problem. I hope this does not really affect his psychological brain and how he would perform at the World Cup, because to have this hanging around your neck, to have everybody talking about you because of this, is not really a good thing. And for me, that is my major problem. And I hope that the technical department and everybody will work on his brain and get him active. Because if Thomas is fit, even if he's not, he will not be able to play 90 minutes. If Thomas is fit, he will give you good games. And that is my major problem. So it's kind of unfortunate. It's an unfortunate news. And well, it is what it is, they will say. Thomas is going to miss Ghana's first game. And fortunately, it's not against Croatia, or it's not against England. It's against Panama. So hopefully, the young boys that will start that game will be able to do Ghana proud and try and get a good results.
Kylian Mbappe has gotten his World Cup campaign off to a start. A goal scoring start. It's France 1, Senegal 0 at the New Jersey Stadium.
France doubled their lead.
Football made easy by France. Quick transitions. And all Bakola had to do was just think it over. Edouard Mendy. Senegal, good work there, gets the goal. Ibrahim Baye. What a goal from the PSG young star. Mike Magnon is helpless. He doesn't know what is hitting there.
Mbappe.
Advantage Mbappe with a goal. That should be game set match. But what a sequence of action at the New Jersey Stadium.
Rinchi is a natural talent, you know, the way he's rising up is very, very incredible. And yesterday, everybody saw what he did, you know, not only the goal, you know, his positioning, his passing, you know, the way he follows attack and everything. I think he's an all-round player, and of course, wearing the number 3 shirt, I feel proud. You know, somebody wearing the number 3 shirt and then scoring a goal. You know, this is not the first time. I think Jonathan Mensah, our own Jonathan Mensah, the first time he wore the number 3 shirt, I wasn't playing, he scored. You know, so it looks like the goals are in the number 3. You know, so yeah. But honestly, I'm very, very happy for Irenchi.
Okay, and today, as a national team ambassador, you're here to
didn't qualify. Which African team do you go for the most in this competition?
Look, it's the People's Champions of Africa, Senegal. I have high hopes for Senegal. They're in a very difficult group with France, and Norway. Norway, I think this is Norwegian golden generation now with Haaland and Odegaard and so on and so forth. So it's a difficult group, but I think the Senegalese team is, it's balanced. It has the guys who are experienced, Sadio Mane, Koulibaly at the back, and so on and so forth, and they have the young stars in DIA and all of them in the team. So I have high hopes for Senegal. If they can come out from that group, I think they can go very far. And then for me, the dark horses, DR Congo. They knocked out Nigeria. They've brought back a number of guys with experience. Twenzebe, what's the guy who plays right back again? That was at United. What's his name? Wan-Bissaka. Right? Yeah, so they have Jan Wissa. So I think, I can't remember who is in their group now, but I think they have the names and the solidarity in that team to cause a lot of problems for people. So I think, for me, they are my dark horses, but the people I think who go to fire is Senegal.
Penalty.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Ali Reza Fagani has stood by his decision.
Well, it's a minimal. Just look at that again. I think that this, because of the magnitude of this game, I can understand. It's minimal, just slight. Look at that. The left boot of Mbappe touches the thigh of Sadio Mane. This easily is given in a Premier League or La Liga game.
I actually think, I haven't seen it.
I think that's a penalty.
I think it's not a penalty. Because actually, I think there's no connection.
There's no connection
with Mbappe's foot.
Yeah, the Sadio Mane foot that went straight.
Yeah,
it didn't touch Mbappe.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's the decision.
Yeah, I think that's what's done it for Fagani.
Well,
I mean, it's very rare to see referees being told by VAR officials to go to the monitor and check and stand by this. It's very rare.
Very rare, yeah.
I didn't know the strength of Panama, so I can't best tell. But considering our last, strongly feel that we can go 2-0 for Ghana. I know we do well. I know we do well. And Dalton Thomas, please back aside. This is positivity. Because me, I believe my Black Stars. My jersey is ready. And we are coming out live from color to support. Welcome. We are bringing it home.
I believe the Black Stars, we've done so well in our previous match. I believe the team will do very well. We're having the new coach put together some new tactics that is putting the team in some proper position. I believe that Ghana will do absolutely well. Maybe a 2-1 with Panama will be fine.
As a Ghanaian, a proud Ghanaian, I know the Black Stars is going to perform very well. Looking at the new guys like there's no more that has come, our goalkeeper Atizigi, and even our almighty number 1, Benjamin Asari. I expect them to put on a very good performance. So if I want to give a scoreline, I would say 2-0 for the Black Stars. So let's all come on and cheer the Black Stars. Let our spirit not be down at all, because with all things, the Black Stars is going to win Panama.
The Black Stars drew 1-1 with the Bills, but something iconic in that game was
When the world comes together under one roof and speaks the same language, there can only be one common factor: football. Reaching a historic milestone with 48 nations competing on football's grandest stage, the biggest tournament in football history. It's the 2026 FIFA World Cup. From football powerhouses to fearless newcomers, every nation arrives with one dream: to lift the most coveted trophy in world football. Africa stands proud, sending 10 of its strongest contingent to the global stage. From established giants to rising contenders, the continent stars are ready to showcase their talent, passion, and determination to billions around the world. For the debutants, this is more than a tournament. It's history in the making. New flags, new stories, and new heroes will emerge as they take their first steps onto football's greatest stage. The United States, Canada, and Mexico awaits the world to witness unforgettable moments, stunning goals, and the unifying power of the beautiful game. 48 teams, one trophy, endless possibilities. The FIFA World Cup 2026, where dreams become legends. It's time for the Mundial.
Wearing your jersey and people touting him to be the future. Tell us how you felt with somebody getting that amazing performance.
I think Rinchi is a natural talent. You know, the way he's rising up is very, very incredible. And yesterday, everybody saw what he did. You know, not only the goal, you know, his positioning, his passing, you know, the way he follows attack and everything. I think he's an all-round player, and of course, wearing the number 3 shirt, I feel proud. You know, somebody wearing the number 3 shirt and then scoring a goal. You know, this is not the first time. I think Jonathan Mensah, our own Jonathan Mensah, the first time he wore the number 3 shirt, I wasn't playing, he scored. You know, so it looks like the goals are in the number 3. You know, so yeah. But honestly, I'm very, very happy for Irinchi.
Okay, and today, as a national team ambassador, you're here to
Three of them play for Auxerre in the French League 1. Difficult season, survived the relegation with 2 games to go, where they were strong in winning those games. But now Ghana can push forward. Nyama can check onto his left. It's Nyama! Boy, saved by Dallo, and finally now Ghana breaks the deadlock through the substitute Calibri. And Nyama was breaking through.
This pretty much came out of nothing. You have to say. I mean, I didn't. But what a pass this, and what a first touch from Nyama. And I thought at this point he was going to cut it and score. He did that brilliantly. I thought he was going to find either side of the net. But well done to Caleb, because at some point I thought the chance was lost.
Yeah. So it's Ernest Nyama, whose pace and his ability to carry the ball came to full force there. Couldn't find the curl into the far post. Carl Dallo managing to squeeze it and actually deflected off one of his players onto the woodwork. But you need to be there. You need to be at the right place at the right time to apply the finishing touch. And to the delight of Kalesh Kyrgios, it was the man in the yellow shirt, Caleb Urenchi, who was on hand to apply the finishing touch. Then one more attack in stoppage time. Congreve. Nico Williams. Broadhead. Back to Williams. Oh, gets round Babaraman so easily. Ball comes into the box. The header is good. And it's the equalizer they've been looking for. Wales pulling back from Kumas. The second half substitute who took the place of Kiefer Moore. And Ghana has been breached right at the death. Wales won. Ghana won. Kwame.
You've got to ask a lot of questions about, here at this point. Poor defending, if you ask me. The game was over.
Yeah. Got around Babaraman so easily and whipped the ball in with great pace, but it's the movement across Ajete from Kumas that was delightful. And once he got across his man, it was all about.
It's vivxsports. Good evening and welcome to our coverage of this, what would I say, highly expected first game for the Black Stars of Ghana. As you can see, our studio is set up to support Ghana, even if Nigeria are not at the World Cup. Tonight, the Jollof enemies unite to celebrate the Black Stars. Can the Black Stars of Ghana get Africa's second win at USA, Mexico, and Canada 2026? We are here for it. Good evening from wherever you're watching us. It's good evening. I'm in Lagos. It's just approaching 12 a.m. this time. This whole time zone thing with the US, and we're struggling, but hey, we are here. And thank you for being with us for this first game, as I said, for the Black Stars of Ghana. Many Ghanaians around the world, in Accra, in Kumasi, in Cape Coast, have high expectations for this first match, this first game that Ghana have at this year's World Cup. We've seen the first two teams, the two teams everybody expects to take top spot, the first and second in the group, England and Croatia, play out a very, very exciting game. I believe that game ended 4-2 to England. And, I think everybody expects England to dominate the group. But if Ghana stands any chance of making it out of this group, Group L, then, beating Panama is absolutely important. Ghana don't go anywhere if they don't win tonight. And that's what makes this game super, super, super important for the Black Stars of Ghana. But before we get into Ghana, how have our African teams and African brothers performed so far at this year's World Cup? For the first time, Africa has 10 teams at the World Cup. Ghana is the last of those 10 teams to play. If we walk through the results, which you can see on your screen right now, opening game, Mexico, South Africa, not a great showing in that game by any measure. I think a lot of people were disappointed
with the way South Africa played in that game, losing 2-0 to Mexico. And then Morocco, I think everybody came into this tournament with a bit of bad taste in their mouth following the AFCON. But I think the Atlas Lions won the hearts of every single African with their performance against Brazil. What a performance, getting that 1-1 draw. And then you had Ivory Coast, the only win so far by an African team against Ecuador. A last-minute goal by Amad Diallo, giving Ivory Coast the victory over Ecuador. And then we saw Tunisia, another highly disappointing result there. I believe Tunisia are now have only won 2 games in 16 World Cup games. It's an abysmal record. And they got absolutely massacred by Sweden in their opening game. And then there was the day of golden draws. Cape Verde holding the European champions Spain to a 0-0 draw. What a performance by the 40-year-old goalkeeper from Cape Verde in that game, and showing that Spain could not breach the World Cup debutants. And then it was then on to the Pharaohs of Egypt, holding Belgium to a 1-1 draw. France outclassed Senegal 3-1. Senegal had a number of chances in the first half to have gone into the lead. But hey, when you play a team that has Mbappe, Michael Olise, Ousmane Dembele and Doué, you better take your chances. And in the second half, France clicked into gear and Senegal could not keep up with them. And then yesterday, we saw Messi do not just once, not just twice, but 3 times a spanking of Algeria, 3-0 in that game. And then earlier today, we saw the DRC, 52 years they hadn't been at the World Cup. They returned today and were able to hold Portugal to a 1-1 draw. The almighty Portugal, led by Cristiano Ronaldo, unfortunately, could only breach the Leopards of DRC by 1 goal, with 1 goal. And the DRC responded. Jan Visa getting equalizer there, and that was the end of that was that in that game, giving the DRC a very, very credible draw against Portugal. And that leaves us with one more game tonight: Ghana against Panama. The final game in match day 1 for the African teams. Can Ghana get Africa's second victory at this World Cup? I'm going to be speaking to a massive Ghanaian fan. He's a big what would I say? He's a big part of our family and this community. Delali, our friend in Ghana. He'll be dialing into the studio shortly for us to just have a very quick conversation about how he feels about today's game. Are you optimistic? Carlos Queiroz, first game at the World Cup, very short time that Carlos has had to prepare the Black Stars for this World Cup. How are Ghanaians feeling about that decision to sack Otto Addo so late after qualifying the team to the World Cup, sacking Otto Addo so late in the day? Here's Delali. Hello, Delali. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself?
Good. Chale, are you ready for the game?
Oh, ever since we qualified, we've been ready. You see that you are not ready because you didn't qualify.
Always throwing the jab at Nigerians. But hey, as I said, we're one and the same tonight. But just tell me, what's the temperature like in Accra and across Ghana as you guys prepare to kick off in this World Cup?
Well, I think it's been a long time we saw Ghanaians really charge for a Black Stars game. You know, back then, 2006, 2010, students used to go to school wearing Black Stars jerseys, and sometimes students even get holidays because Black Stars are playing. That vibe was dead. But I think today, when I walk around, I see a lot of children going to school in their Black Stars jersey. I also saw a lot of workers going to school, going to work in their Black Stars jersey. So it was basically more like a Black Stars jersey day. So a lot of Ghanaians were wearing their jersey. And also, I think people are really looking forward to the game. But also, some are also a bit scared. You know, that kind of thing when you really don't know the kind of Black Stars that will turn up, because there's been moments where we've been very confident, but the team have struggled to win games. And it's fair because Ghana has played in Ghana's last 6 matches. We've managed a draw. The rest have been a defeat. So we don't really know the kind of Black Stars that will turn up. But people are confident because it's a new coach. It's early game. We played a draw against Wales. So it's a bit mixed feelings, you know. But at the end of the day, that Ghana is playing, and we are hoping that Ghana will win.
No, that's fantastic, and it's great to hear that people are passionate coming out in the colors of Ghana and in support of the Black Stars. But tell me, you're missing 2 of your biggest stars tonight. Mohamed Kudus, who is injured, can't make the World Cup, and then the unfortunate incident with Thomas Partey. How do you think the Black Stars are going to be able to cope with that tonight?
Well, I think with Kudus, I think we know he's out, but Kudus is Kudus. You know, if he's around, he's a big player, active. You know what Kudus can give you. So he's a big miss, to be honest. He's a big miss as compared to Thomas Partey. Partey's issue is unfortunate because, but in terms of the football itself, he's not really. He has not been the Partey we know. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Partey there. With respect to Partey, we have a couple of players that can play better than him in his current form. But with Kudus is like Messi. You can't replace him.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, that front line you would have had of Jordan Ayew, Mohamed Kudus, and Antoine Semenyo, I think would worry any defense at this World Cup. So I think that's a big miss for you guys. But I know the game is just about to kick off. Tell me your predictions. Is Carlos Queiroz going to get his first victory at the World Cup?
Yeah,
what's going to be the scores?
I'm not really great to prediction, but I think 2-1. Ghana always concedes, so we should be able to win the game. So 2 goals to 1 is fair. We are not a team that scores a lot of goals, so I'll be surprised if we manage to score more than 2. But definitely we concede, so 2-1.
Delali, if the Black Stars can't score more than up to 2 goals against Panama, then there's a problem here. But Delali, thank you very much. If we got score more than 2 goals
against Panama, we have to come back home.
Thank you, Delali. Enjoy the game when kickoff is just around the corner. I look forward to speaking to you shortly. Thank you. All right, that was Delali all the way from Accra. The teams are out. We've just had the national anthem. We will just very quickly run through the starting lineups. The starting lineups, starting with Ghana, and I hope I get every single name here right. In goal, you have Ziggy. At the back, you have Senaya, Ajete, Opoku, Menza. You have their talisman, Semenyo, Owosu, Yankere, Nuama, Sulemana, and then of course their captain, fantastic. I believe this is Jordan Ayew's 3rd World Cup. So this is a guy who has been on this stage many times and will be looking to lead the Ghanaian team to victory. Moving on to the team from Panama. Not many household names here with the Panamanian team. But in goal you have Mosquera, Blackman, jersey number 13, Ramos, 3, Cordoba, 16, Andrade, 23, Murillo, 14, Javi, 6, Martinez, 7, Rodriguez, 11, Basana, and 18, Waterman. So not many household names there. Me myself, as I'm watching the game, I'm going to be looking out for which Panamanian stars are going to stand out in this game. But for the Black Stars of Ghana, I guess it's very clear to us the 2 main guys who the team will be relying on to see them to victory. It's their talisman from Man City, Antoine Semenyo, and also captain Jordan Ayew. As you heard from Delali, I think Ghana need more than 1 goal to win this game. I don't see the Black Stars keeping a clean sheet. So we're really hoping that up front, the front 3 really come up with the goods to be able to deliver victory for Ghana. This is VX Sports. If you are joining us for the very first time, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are always here supporting all our African teams. We will be here every single, most of the time when the big African quality matches are on. Hit that subscribe button and always get the notification and turn on your notifications so you know each time we are live. We have a poll running right now. And we are asking how many goals will Ghana score tonight? How many goals will Ghana score tonight? Please drop your votes. I see it's currently a tie. It's currently a tie between people are saying 0-0 at the moment. 50% are saying we expect sorry for that breaking transmission. As I was saying, 50% of you are saying Ghana will not get a goal tonight. Well, I have stayed up 12 a.m. my time. I will be very, 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 very disappointed if Ghana don't give me something to cheer tonight. So I'm hoping that 50% of you are wrong. And then the other 50% are saying Ghana will get 2 goals. So hey, there's no middle ground here. It's either going to be 0-0 or, Ghana get 2 goals, and we hope that Panama doesn't get any. The game has kicked off. 1 minute in, Ghana will be playing from right to left, hoping to break the defense. Sorry, I take that back. They are playing from left to right, and hoping to break the defense of the Los Canaros, which is the nickname of the Panamanian team. And Panama get a chance, first shot, and Ziggy has to make the first save of the game. What a move! Ghana were nearly broken down there. 2 minutes into the game, Panama are not here to play. This is their second World Cup. They missed out on the World Cup in Qatar, but were there in Russia in 2018. These guys have the experience of playing at this stage, and they nearly showed that very, very early on in this game. What a save by Ziggy, keeping the scoreline at 0-0. Ball all the way to the right there to the Panamanian number 6. Great recovery. Ghana are lucky. I think that shot was taken by number 18, Waterman. And we're just seeing the replay now. What? Almost. Excellent there. Excellent shot, excellent save. What a passage of play we've just seen. And Waterman, number 18 for Panama, holds his head to say, I did everything I could there. I couldn't have done any better. Goal kick to Ghana. I mean, if Ghana want to stand any chance of coming out from this group, whether automatically in the top 2 positions or in 3rd place, they need to be winning this game, and winning this game convincingly. Their next 2 games against England and Croatia, they would do very well to see any points out of that game. So this is a must-win game for Ghana in terms of solidifying their place in the group, a morale booster for the team, and really keeping their hopes alive if they want to make it into the round of 32. And Ghana are still finding their feet. I'm just catching sight for the first time of the Panamanian goalkeeper Mosquera, while his counterpart on the other hand, Ziggy, has just pulled off. Some will argue to say you know, it was a difficult save to make, but there was a lot of theatrics in the way he went across and jumped in the air to save that one. And Panama again are on the attack. Crossfield ball to number 2 for Panama. Takes a shot there. Well defended. And that was Blackman with the shot. Blackman with the shot there. Well blocked by the Ghanaian defense. And so far, 5 minutes in, it's really been all Panama. And here they come again. Number 7 with the cross. That was Rodriguez. And Ghana managed to clear. It's all Panama right now. It's all Panama. It's all Panama. The Black Stars of Ghana are yet to arrive in Ontario. It's all Panama right now. They are looking a lot more composed. And this is my, you know, the question. I will see how the game pans out. But, you know, the late sacking of Otto Addo, you know, a coach who had spent, you know, years, I believe he had been in charge for 2 years or so, and had seen the team through qualification, to change coaches so late in the day. No questions about the credentials and CV of Carlos Queiroz. But, you know, has he really had time to get to know these players and to be able to understand the best formation, the best synergies, the best combination of players for the Black Stars? No, time will tell. Time will tell. And the Black Stars are still trying to find their feet. I thought that ball was out. Could this be the first shot for Ghana? Correct. The ball looked like it had crossed the line for a goal kick to, well, actually offside. That's an interesting call. And Martinez there is just complaining to the ref that, hey ref, I got a kick. I got a kick from Ziggy. An unnecessary kick from Ziggy. 7 minutes gone. Some in Accra will be hoping that Ghana would already be 2 up by now. But this is looking like it's going to be a much tougher game than anyone expected for the Black Stars of Ghana. Panama are not looking like any sort of pushover in this game. In fact, the first 7 minutes of this game, I would say Panama have settled in far quicker than the Black Stars have been. And they've already tested goalkeeper Ziggy already. With any shots, with the Black Stars yet to register any shot on goal so far. I'm here in the studio on my own. So by all means, as you're watching the game wherever you are, please feel free to give us a call. The number is on your screen, +234 813 6197 658. And let's talk about your thoughts on the Black Stars so far. Are you impressed by what you've seen? Is Panama, as we say in my country, are they just doing IGG, initial gra-gra, before the Black Stars wake up and take the game by the scruff of the neck? We're just saying a man who knows what it means to score at the World Cup, Asamoah Gyan, Baby Jet, a man who has just been named an ambassador of the Ghanaian national team. And we have seen him do a lot of praise and worship with the Black Stars over the last few days. I hope all their singing and dancing does yield result today. Because if they sing, dance, and then on match they don't deliver, the joke is going to be on them. Goal kick to Ghana. And Blackman was nearly in there. A nice cross-field pass there for Murillo, finding Blackman, but the Ghanaian right back just does enough to end a goal kick by hitting the ball off the legs of Blackman, and Ghana have a chance to restart. Ten minutes in, still 0-0. I hope the 50% of you who said Ghana would not score any goals tonight, I am hoping and praying that the Black Stars prove you all wrong. But for now, Panama are in charge. And we're just seeing Jordan Ayew has become the record, just as with his appearance today, has become the Ghanaian, the Black Star with the highest number of caps for the Ghanaian national team. That's something that Jordan Ayew should be very proud of. And I'm sure he'll be looking to celebrate with a goal. And hopefully victory for the Black Stars in this game. However, if Ghana are going to have victory, they really, really need to wake up and begin to string a few passes together and put Mosquera under some pressure. The only time I've seen the Panamanian goalkeeper so far was for a goal kick. I'm sure many will be surprised. Many will be surprised with how Panama are actually controlling the game. Possession starts right now. We don't have them yet on the screen. But at best, Ghana have seen 30-35% of the ball so far. It's been all Panama. Foul by Semenyo. Semenyo fouls Murillo. And Panama have a chance to restart the game. I think there's a tactic by Panama to attack from the left, across in there, and almost Rodriguez with a fantastic ball into the box. In that area where goalkeeper and defender are leaving responsibility to one another. What a ball in. As I've said, Panama are really, really controlling the game right now. Most of the possession is, and Ghana have a chance to break. Wonderful defending. Wonderful defending from Cordoba. I mean, if there's anything Panama have, you can see that they are going to be able to match the physical presence, the pace of the Black Stars. They're not going to be intimidated by that. What a recovery by Cordoba there. Ghana were looking to hit Panama with a soccer punch, but Cordoba just matched. I think that was Ghana's number 22, Suleimana. He matched him, pace for pace. And at the end, just nudged Suleimana off the ball. And here goes Panama again. I mean, Ghana win the ball. Within 5 seconds, the ball is back in the controlling hands of Panama. They've really taken charge of this first 30 minutes of this encounter. Charlie, Ghana have to wake up. Ghana have to wake up. It's all Panama right now. Remember, if you're joining us for the first time, this is vivxsports, where we are building Africa's largest sports community. And we will love you to join our community by hitting that subscribe button and joining us each time we come live for games like this, where we are promoting the very best of African sporting talent. 40 minutes played. Ghana nil, Panama nil. But so far, if there was a scoring system, if this was a boxing match, I'm sure that a unanimous decision will be going in favor of Panama right now, except the Black Stars can wake up. Long ball forward. Defender nudged out of the way by number 24 for Ghana, Numa. And the Black Stars seem to be slowly coming into the game. Antoine Semenyo, that's the man that Panama know they need to lock up in a box, in chains, given the form that he showed for Man City towards the end of the season. If Semenyo clicks into gear, the Black Stars really have a joker. And Panama managed to hold strong. That's definitely a foul. First yellow card of the game. I mean, that was so blatant. The referee had no choice but to give the heavy head Yankari, Yarenki, if I'm saying his name correctly, had no choice but to give him a yellow card. The number 3 for the Black Stars. And we are looking at a cross section of the fans of the Black Stars, and there's a voodoo man. I'm not sure whether he's voodoo, but dressed up in a very interesting costume, blowing a funny white substance into the air. Maybe that's what's going to win Ghana the game tonight. Because right now, the Black Stars look like they need some sort of divine intervention to take control of this game in Ontario, Canada. Keep your votes coming in. And now we have 60% of you saying Ghana will score 2 goals. Given the way the first 17 minutes of this game has gone, I'm not quite sure where those 2 goals are going to come from. Because the Carlos Queiroz and his men are still yet to take a controlled grip of this game. Panama looking by far the better team in this first half. Boy, still a 0-0 score line. And until Panama take advantage of their ball possession dominance, and we're just looking at the ball possession control. 60% of possession control to Panama. I mean, that's just, the ball is literally just bouncing off Ghana like when you're kicking the ball against the wall. The ball is literally just rebounding off Ghana straight back to Panama. Black Stars, what's happening? What is happening to the Black Stars? The good thing is it's still 0-0, and so far the 60% possession that Panama has, it's not really yielded much so far. Apart from that, early save that Ziggy had to make off Blackman, and a cross actually from Rodriguez. Subsequent to that, Ghana have, managed to hold their position despite not having much of the ball so far. As I say that, the Black Stars are having their longest consecutive retention of the football. Can they manufacture anything out of this? Across it, well defended there by Panama. Throw into Ghana. Some sustained pressure by the Black Stars. We just see Carlos Queiroz here, the man who has been around the block. Throw into Ghana. Again, well defended by Panama. And they are able to break. But the Black Stars do well to win possession back. 20 minutes played. Ghana nil, Panama nil. Both sides know that for them to stand any chance of coming out from this group, either automatically or as one of the third best sides, victory tonight is simply a non-negotiable. Offside, just as Suleimana. He just straight offside there. Suleimana just straight offside there, just as he was preparing to lay ambush and try and proceed into the 18-yard box of Panama. All of you who said Ghana will not score any goals, please, I need you to retract it, take your vote back, because we cannot stay up this late and not see the Black Stars celebrate. Still 0-0. "21 minutes played. Ghana nil, Panama nil. Are the Black Stars really going to be able to turn on the show? Is Ghana just preparing to unleash the Arsenal later in the game? What are your thoughts so far? Do you think Carlos Queiroz has gotten his lineup correct for this first game? You can give me a call. Let's hear your thoughts on +234 813 619 7658. Let's hear your thoughts. You can call us on WhatsApp. Can Ghana give Africa its second victory at this World Cup? And Jordan Ayew just went down there complaining. He's holding his head, saying, ref, I was elbowed in the head. And that was a challenge between Jordan Ayew and Cordoba of Panama. And we've reached the 22nd minute, the first hydration break of the game. So that's halftime in the first half. One of the unique things of this World Cup in America, Mexico, and Canada. We now have halftime in the first half. We also have halftime in the second half called hydration breaks. But we'll take a short break while the players go on break, and we'll be back shortly, hoping that the Black Stars find their way into this game and really give us something to shout about. See you shortly.
10 teams, one continent, one dream. Time in FIFA World Cup history, Africa will have 10 representatives at the tournament. And this is not just about participation. It is time Africa genuinely believes can actually produce a World Cup finalist, or possibly a champion of the world. From Morocco's historic semi-final run in 2022 to Senegal's golden generation, from Ghana's exciting young stars to Ivory Coast's resurgence and South Africa's emotional return, the continent heads into 2026 with more depth, more talent, and more belief than ever before. So today on 54 Football X, we're breaking down all 10 teams that would be representing the African continent at the World Cup, but mainly focusing on the continent's biggest hopes: Morocco, Senegal, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and not forgetting South Africa. We'll look at their squad, stats, key players, strength, weakness, and realistic chance of going deep in the tournament. Can Africa eventually conquer the world? Morocco. Let's start with Africa's biggest hope in Morocco. In 2022, Morocco changed African football forever by becoming the very first side to play in the semi-final of a FIFA World Cup, defeating Belgium, Spain, and Portugal in one of the greatest underdog runs football has ever seen in the round leather game. But here is the scary part. Morocco.
3 of them play for Auxerre in the French League. Had a very difficult season. Survived the relegation with 2 games to go, where they were strong in winning those games. But now Ghana can push forward. Nyama can check onto his left. It's Nyama! Boy, saved by Dallo, and finally now Ghana breaks the deadlock through the substitute Calibri. And Nyama was breaking through.
This pretty much came out of nothing. You have to see. I mean, what a pass this, and what a first touch from Nyama. And I thought at this point he was going to cut it and score. He did that brilliantly. I thought he was going to find either side of the net. But well done to Caleb, because at some point I thought the chance was lost.
Yeah. So it's Enes Nyama, whose pace and his ability to carry the ball came to full force there. Couldn't find the curl into the far post. Carl Dallo managing to squeeze it and actually deflected off one of his players onto the woodwork. But you need to be there. You need to be at the right place at the right time to apply the finishing touch. And to the delight of Kalesh Kirosh, it was the man in the yellow shirt, Caleb Urenchi, who was on hand to apply the finishing touch. Then one more attack in stoppage time. Congreve.
Hydration break. It was a chance for Carlos Queiroz to get a few words of wisdom across to the Black Stars. They really need to get into this game. They really need to find a way to keep possession of the ball and really, prove to Panama that, they're the more experienced team at World Cups. Because right now, anybody watching this would undoubtedly let you know that Panama have been the better team. I don't think Ghana are yet to get a shot on target. Ghana are yet to get a shot on target. Nearly 30 minutes into the game. Mosquera has he'll probably be feeling some jealousy. The guy from Cape Verde, trying to remember his name, world famous now, has over 12 million followers. Why? Because Spain got plenty of action against him. I don't think anybody right now would have gotten a feel for how good Mosquera in the Panama goal is, because Ghana have literally done nothing. Nearly 30 minutes played. The Black Stars are still yet to register a shot on target at this World Cup. Interestingly enough, Panama are currently ranked 34th in the world, which tells you that Panama are not a bad team. For you to be ranked 34th in the world, you must be doing something right. And here is Jordan Ayew, for the first time taking on the Panamanian defense, but is forced all the way back. Well defended there by Blackman. Rodriguez picks up the ball, but Yankiri wins a free kick for Ghana. Can Ghana, good pick up there. And then he's simply fouled by Javi of Panama. After losing the ball, Javi just chucks at him and commits the foul. And Ghana have a free kick in a dangerous position. I think this is a bit too far for anyone to attempt a goal, a shot at Mosquera's goal. The odds will be in Mosquera's favor. You have Jordan Ayew standing over the ball. He plays the cross in. But again, well defended by Panama. But Ghana have a chance to recycle possession. And the press just forces Mensah, number 14 for Ghana, to put the ball out of play. And possession is back again with Panama. Panama are really holding their own here in Ontario. The BMO Field Stadium in Toronto. More than 30 minutes played. Ghana nil, Panama nil. The streets of Accra, Kumasi, Cape Coast, Tema will be disappointed so far with what we are seeing from the Black Stars. Throw into Panama. The ball comes out to the left with Blackman. Blackman finds number 11, Basena. Andrade comes over to the left position, whoops a ball in, a chance for Panama. That looks, and that long pass from Andrade almost splits the Ghanaian defense in two. And for a second, it looked like Ghana may just concede a penalty there, but the referee has waved. Play on. And here comes Panama again. Rodriguez on the ball. Finds Blackman. Blackman sends the ball back to Andrade. A cross into the box. And Ziggy has to come out there to punch the ball out. And as I said, it's all Panama at the moment. It's all Panama at the moment. And you can see the Panamanian fans calling for a penalty. That long range pass nearly split the Ghanaian defense into two. And Martinez is saying, hey, ref, I was nudged from the back. But the ref doesn't even go to the VAR at all. He stands firm on his decision. And it's game on. I think Ziggy here is... We're just seeing a replay of that now. And look, I think, you know, number 18 for Ghana, Opoku, is very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. You know, there that, you know, the referee turned a blind eye to that push on Martinez. It was as blatant as you get. You know, he was beaten. Martinez did well to bring down the ball and was in on goal. So if that foul was given, not only will it have been a penalty, but there would have been a question of a red card, which would have absolutely turned this game fully to the advantage of Panama, who are already with 11 men, 11 against 11, controlling this game to the T. Who would have believed coming into this game that Panama would dominate the first half as much as they have? They are the ones spraying the passes, they are the ones with the chances, and they come forward again here. This is Andrade, crossed by Martinez. Ziggy has to come out again to punch the ball out of the shot. It's all Panama right now. Ramos there with the shot. Ziggy is 100% the more busier keeper right now in this first half. And if Ramos had managed to get that shot on target, I don't think Ziggy was getting there. I don't think Ziggy was getting there at all. It would have been 1-0 to Panama. .38 on the clock. Panama nil, Ghana nil. Can Ghana find their way into this game? Because right now it's all the men in red. Los Canelos. who is dominating the game right now. The star of Ghana, the Black Star, is not shining one bit right now. It's all Panama. And here they go again. What a through pass. And Ziggy again has to come out. And the ball falls to Martinez. A chip in. And Ghana are surviving here. Ghana are surviving. And that man, number 6 for Panama, Martinez, has been a real tormentor of the Black Stars so far. Ziggy has been Ghana's man of the match so far. Excellent timing once again. What a pass there. I can't quite see who did that for Panama. But it was nearly another defense splitting pass there. If not for the intervention of Ziggy. Ghana are lucky. 40 minutes played. We are yet to see much of Antoine Semenyo. We are yet to see much of Jordan Ayew up front. And all this is, you know, down to the quality that the Los Canelos have shown. Five minutes to half time. And it will be Ghana who wishes that the halftime whistle comes sooner rather than later, while Panama will be hoping that this half can continue until Ziggy is finally beaten. And Panama again down the left wing. Oh, Rodriguez just overhits the ball there. And Blackman is not able to complete the overlap to whip in another ball into the box. And Ziggy's down. He's definitely been a man at war. Multiple crosses have come into the box where he has had to respond. And I think, given the way he's performed so far, if he needs to go off the pitch, this will be a big loss for Ghana. His timing has been immaculate. He's responded well under pressure. And I think Ghana would be, the Black Stars will be at a disadvantage if he has to come off. This is vivxsports. If you are joining us for the first time, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and be part of our wonderful, growing, sports-loving community, promoting African sports, football, our stars everywhere as they go on the global stage. So do us a favor, come rain, come shine, 12 p.m., 12 a.m., we are here celebrating African stars. And we are hoping Ghana give us something to cheer tonight. And I think Ziggy's race may be run. And he's so close to half time. I'm sure he'll be wanting to see how the next 3 or so minutes go before he makes a final decision. And Blackman wins the ball back again. Panama on the move, this time from the right wing. Basena. And as I said, I mean, Ghana are lucky to win a free kick there, but you know, Javi's complaining, what did I do? But each time, as I said, Ghana get the ball. It's literally like Panama just bouncing the ball off a wall and they get possession right back. Ghana finding it difficult to string any regular number of passes to keep possession. And again, they try and start. They are forced all the way back to Ziggy, who is struggling to kick the ball right now. He manages to get the ball to Antoine Semenyo. Wonderful pass there to Sulemana. Sulemana, a terrible shot. He rushed in there, he took. So that was Numa. I mean, that was the first time we saw a fortunate break of the ball to Antoine Semenyo. You know, a bad kick out from Ziggy. He was offside. In any case, that goal wouldn't have stood. But we just got a glimpse of what Antoine Semenyo is about. If Ghana can get him into the game, there is danger for Panama. 5 minutes of added time. The Black Stars, the first half is almost done. And the Black Stars are yet to even, I wouldn't even call what just happened now a shot because it was so bad. The Black Stars are yet to register any sort of attempt on goal. And we're just seeing that come across the screen. Ghana have had one attempt on goal, which was that disastrous shot we just saw on our screen. Just to give you an idea of how much Panama have dominated, dominated this game. Carlos Queiroz really has to put on his tactical cap to ensure that the second half goes a different way. Because if the second half continues as we've seen, the Kotoka International Airport is calling for the Black Stars. They must win this game. That's as much action as Mosquera has had in this first half. 3 more minutes of additional time in the first half. As I said, all of you who said Ghana will score no goals, you see, you are getting your wish. But I'm glad to see that number is beginning to drop. It's now 44% of you who are saying Ghana will not score a goal. And Ghana have another chance here to break. Numa with the ball. And again, Panama do enough to ensure that Owosu of Ghana just simply runs that ball out of play. And you can see Javi sort of slows down, raises up his hands and says, my job here is done. You have run the ball out of play. 2 more minutes in the first half. I mean, for both teams, and with the way Panama have played, I think both teams know they need to get a win out of this game, given that Croatia and England are the other 2 teams in this group. But I think with the way Panama have played, they'll be going into those games with no fear whatsoever. They've controlled this game start to finish of this first half. Ghana are still yet to register a shot on target. And, I mean, they said they registered an attempt on goal. It was such a poor attempt. I refuse to accept that as a shot in my mind. And Anton Semenyo, one of those sort of players. Free kick to Ghana. Semenyo wins a free kick off Cordoba. I mean, it was a bit of a... We've just seen the replay now. Cordoba presses him into a corner. And look, I think he accidentally, I don't think it was intentional, an intentional kick out against Anton Semenyo. But Cordoba gives Jordan Ayew a chance to whip this ball into the box. I mean, if Ghana score from here, then this would be a soccer punch of soccer punches, because Ghana have been absent throughout this first half. Well, that's football. Ayew to the box. Well cleared. A chance to put the ball back in. Owusu had 2 attempts to put that ball back in play. He missed one, and the second one he just crosses the ball out. I mean, at this level, you can see the Ghanaian fans highly disappointed with what they just saw from Owusu there. And with that, we come to the end of the second half. It's been all Panama. It's been Panama against Ziggy throughout in this game. Ghana have not shown much or given much to the Black Stars fans to cheer about. And we are hoping that in the second half, all that singing and dancing we saw before the game, they can bring some of that momentum into the second half. Because there's been nothing to sing and dance about with that performance in the first half from Ghana. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back for the second half.
Nico Williams. Broadhead. Back to Williams. Oh, gets round. Finally now! 3 of them play for Auxerre in the French League. Had a very difficult season. Survived the relegation with 2 games to go, where they were strong in winning those games. But now Ghana can push forward. Nyama can check onto his left. It's Nyama! Boy, saved by Dallo, and finally now, Ghana breaks the deadlock through the substitute, Calibri. And as Nyama was breaking through.
This pretty much came out of nothing, you have to say. I mean, what a pass this, and what a first touch from Nyama. And I thought at this point he was going to cut it and score. He did that brilliantly. I thought he was going to find either side of the net. But well done to Caleb, because at some point I thought the chance was lost.
Yeah. So it was Ernest Nyama, whose pace and his ability to carry the ball came to full force there. Couldn't find the curl into the far post. Carl Dallo managing to squeeze it and actually deflected off one of his players onto the woodwork. But you need to be there. You need to be at the right place at the right time to apply the finishing touch. And to the delight of Kalesh Kyrgios, it was the man in the yellow shirt, Caleb Urenchi, who was on hand to apply the finishing touch. Then one more attack in stoppage time. Congreve. Nico Williams. Broadhead. Back to Williams. Oh, gets round Barbara Man so easily. Ball comes into the box. The header is good. And it's the equalizer they've been looking for. Wales pull it back from Kumas. The second half substitute, who took the place of Kiefer Moore. And Ghana has been breached right at the death. Wales won. Ghana won. Kwame.
You've got to ask a lot of questions about, here at this point. Poor defending, if you ask me. The game was over.
Yeah. Got around Babaraman so easily and whipped the ball in with great pace, but it's the movement across Ajete from Kumas that was delightful. And once he got across his man, it was all about
they were in Qatar. During qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, Morocco were absolutely dominant.
Nigeria didn't qualify. Which Africa?
8 matches they played, 8 wins they had, 22 goals were scored, only conceding 2 goals. That is ridiculous consistency. And according to FIFA statistics, Morocco are now unbeaten in 22 World Cup qualifiers since 2015. This is one of the greatest qualifying runs in African football history. This team is built differently. Defensively, they are elite. Tactically, they are disciplined. And individually, they have world-class players. Achraf Hakimi remains one of the best attacking fullbacks in football history. Yassine Bono is still among the best goalkeepers in the world. Sofiane Amrabat gives them aggression and control in midfield. And they are now even more creative with Brahim Diaz. What makes Morocco dangerous is balance. Most African teams in the past rely heavily on flair and athleticism. Morocco combines that with European tactical structure. They can defend deep, they can dominate possession, they can counter-attack, and most importantly, they no longer fear anybody. You did see that at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. But there's pressure now, yes, because they are no longer going to be seen as the underdog. Morocco were recently described as carrying a heavy burden of expectation because after 2022, the world now expect them to perform again. In Qatar, they shocked the world. In 2026, nobody will underestimate them anymore. Still, if there is any African team that can actually reach the semi-finals again, or even the final, Morocco has the best chance. Now, let's talk about Senegal, arguably the most complete squad in Africa. Some analysts actually believe Senegal have a stronger overall squad compared to Morocco right now. And honestly, it is hard to argue. Senegal qualified unbeaten. Physically, they are terrifying. Tactically, they are organized. And mentally, they believe they belong to one of the best teams in the world. Remember, this is the same country that actually shocked the defending champions France at the 2002 World Cup and reached the quarterfinals. Now, they return with even more depth. And offensively, Senegal have explosive attackers in the likes of Nicolas Jackson, Ismail Assar, and Iliman Ndiaye. Unlike previous African teams that have actually depended on one superstar, Senegal's strength is collective. Even with Sadio Mane aging, they still have quality everywhere. What makes Senegal dangerous is physical dominance. Against European teams, African sides have struggled most times tactically or mentally. Senegal removes that disadvantage because they can actually be very physical and also try to overpower their elite opponent. They press aggressively, they transition quickly, and defensively, they're extremely hard to break down. The concern is the consistency in attack. Sometimes Senegal creates chances but fails to finish games early. And in knockout football, that can actually become very, very dangerous. Still, this squad has quarterfinal or even semi-final potential. Do not be surprised if Senegal becomes Africa's deepest team at this tournament. Ghana. Every African nation still remembers 2010, one penalty kick away from becoming Africa's first ever World Cup semi-finalist before heartbreak against Uruguay. That moment still hurts across the continent. But Ghana enters 2026 with a completely new generation. This team is younger, faster, more fearless, and far more attacking than previous Ghanaian squads. The star of this team appears to be Antoine Semenyo. He can dribble, he can score, he can create chances, and he thrives under pressure. And there is Thomas Partey, bringing experience and control in the midfield for the Black Stars of Ghana. Now, here is an underrated statistics. Jordan Ayew finished the qualification with 7 assists, the highest in the African qualifying series. This is to tell you that this team actually have something important. The Ghanaian team creates chances. The issue will be balanced. Defensively, Ghana can still become vulnerable against elite opponents. Sometimes they attack with too much freedom and leave spaces behind them. But tournament football is unpredictable, and Ghana might be Africa's ultimate wild card. If the Ghanaian attack catches fire at the World Cup, Ghana could become one of the most dangerous teams in the tournament. This is not a team that will play safe. This is a team that would attack fearlessly. So watch out for Ghana. And honestly, this made them very, very exciting to watch. Next up, Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast might actually be Africa's most dangerous tournament team at this World Cup. During qualification, Ivory Coast went unbeaten and incredibly conceded 0 goals. 0. That defensive record is unbelievable. They also recorded the biggest victory in Africa World Cup qualifying history by defeating the team Seychelles by 9 goals to nothing. This team has power, speed, technique, and not forgetting, belief. For this Ivory Coast team, Amad Diallo has become one of the most exciting young attackers in which you can look forward to in African football, and he will be thinking of taking the World Cup in his own stride. Frank Casey brings experience and leadership. Ibrahim Sangare tried to dominate the midfield battles for the Elephant of Ivory Coast, and Ousmane Diomande is imagined as one of Africa's best defenders. So one thing is sure, you would love about this Ivory Coast team is the exact balance they bring to their side. Unlike the golden generation of Drogba and Yaya Toure, this squad feels more complete tactically, and they defend together and also attack together. They press aggressively and find the right transition quickly. But the only concern, if you think about this team, is the fact that they do not truly have an elite striker. But in tournament football, organization often matters more than superior names, and this Ivory Coast team looks extremely difficult to beat. And honestly, they could surprise a whole lot of people at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. For Bafana of South Africa, qualification itself already feels historic, especially in a group that included the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This is a country with massive football passion finally returning to the biggest stage, the FIFA World Cup. And while South Africa may not possess the elite stars of Morocco, Senegal, or even Ivory Coast, they do have something very, very important, and that is discipline. This South African team know very well and for themselves that under Hugo Broos, South Africa has become organized, compact, and mentally resilient in their style of play. And we can also add that Reno Williams has developed into one of Africa's best shortstopper, and Tembo Mokoena controls the midfield brilliantly for the South African team. According to FIFA, South Africa once held Africa's record for consecutive World Cup qualifying wins between 1997 and 2001, a record Morocco recently matched. This is a proud football nation as they look forward to repeating the opening game of the 2010 World Cup against Mexico on June 11 at the start of this 2026 FIFA World Cup. The challenge for South Africa is goals, and that could actually prove very pivotal in this World Cup running. Against stronger teams, creating chances consistently could become very, very difficult at this World Cup. But tournament football rewards a defensive organization, and if South Africa frustrate opponents early in matches, they could become one of the best teams tournament surprise packages. Don't expect them to dominate games. It will be very difficult for you to see that from a South African team, but absolutely expect them to be that side that would compete at this FIFA World Cup. For decades, Africa had talent, but now Africa also has elite coaching, not forgetting tactical structure, and also adding European level experience and belief, and returning to the biggest stage, the FIFA World Cup. And while South Africa may not possess the elite stars of Morocco, Senegal, or even Ivory Coast, they do have something very, very important, and that is discipline. This South African team know very well and for themselves that under Hugo Broos, South Africa has become organized, compact, and mentally resilient in their style of play. And we can also add that Reno Williams has developed into one of Africa's best shortstopper, and Tembo Mokoena controls the midfield brilliantly for the South African team. According to FIFA, South Africa once held Africa's record for consecutive World Cup qualifying wins between 1997 and 2001, a record.
Welcome back to our studios. This is vivxsports in Lagos, Nigeria, where we are watching the Black Stars of Ghana play their first game of this World Cup in the US, Mexico, and Canada against Panama. First half is done, and I must say, for a game where everyone was expecting Ghana to dominate, it has been a very, very underwhelming performance from the Black Stars. I don't think in the first half a shot on target, or even just a shot, an attempt on Mosquera's goal was registered. It was a very, very poor outing from the Black Stars. And Carlos Queiroz must have had very, very tough conversations in the dressing room at halftime, because that performance of the Black Stars, I mean, you would think that, you know, Panama, the team with, you know, the greater experience at this stage, Panama really, really, really dominated that first half. And not just domination, but, you know, real control. And we're just seeing the second half kickoff. And if Ghana, to get anything out of this game, they really need to you know, show in this second half that they are the team with, you know, the greater experience at this stage. Because right now, it's all Panama. It's really all Panama. And I'm just looking at the world ranking. Panama ranked number 35 in the world. And I'm trying to find where Ghana ranked. Ghana ranked number 72. So maybe the joke is on us. You know, Panama are really, really showing that, you know, they are, you know, the better team. And those rankings don't lie. I've just seen Ghana have had to make a substitution. The guy who I thought was the player of the game for Ghana has had to come off. And in representation of what I'm saying, you know, Ghana's best player in the first half was their goalkeeper, Ziggy. He's been so busy that he has had to, Lawrence Ziggy, he has had to come off, and he's now been replaced by number 16, Benjamin Asari. And the Black Stars will be hoping that Benjamin Asari will be as good as Lawrence Ziggy. Because in that first half, the Black Stars needed every single inch of Lawrence Ziggy to keep this game at 0-0. So Benjamin has big shoes to fill, but the Black Stars will be hoping that Benjamin is needed far less than Ziggy was in the first half. And I wonder what the halftime team talk would have been from Carlos Queiroz to this side. And Ghana, number 22, there's Sulemana with the cross. And finally, we get an attempt on goal from Ghana. And it's the man at the back, Aljete, with the header there. But unfortunately, straight into the arms of Mosquera, who gratefully picks the ball up. But the ball goes all the way to the other end. And we are seeing Benjamin Asari for the first time. Panama with a cross into the box. Well cleared out there. But it will go to the other end for a throw into Panama. Wherever you're watching us from, this is vivxsports. Don't forget to join our community by hitting that subscribe button. And someone online, Stanley Divine 1781. The Black Stars are playing like children. Well, some will say no lies told. It's all been Panama. Obora, 1976, 79-61 says, Nawa for Africa, oh, Nawa. Well, it's a joke not on us. I think many have underestimated this Panamanian team. They are ranked 35th in the world. And we're just seeing a picture of Ziggy, who I'm sure is disappointed that he's had to come off the pitch. But, you know, Panama ranked 35th in the world, so it's not what we're seeing today. You know, with Ghana ranked 75th and Panama, sorry, Ghana ranked 72nd and Panama ranked 75th, and a chance there for Yankari, and he hoofs that one over the top of the bar. And we're just in a cross section of the fans of the Black Stars, and I don't think they've had much to cheer so far in this game. And Ghana in possession. Jordan Ayew does well to hold on to possession under pressure. Ball into the box by Ghana. Brought down by Suleimana. Tries to beat his man. He turns in, turns out, and then simply loses the ball. And Borillo did very well to follow all the dance steps and dance moves from Suleimana. And at the end, Suleimana does the trick on himself, forgets the ball, and Murillo is able to, you know, has easy pickings to get possession of the ball back. Still can't get that comment out of my head. We've just seen on YouTube. The Black Stars are playing like children. Because I mean, there are no lies told there. It's been very, very disappointing so far from the Black Stars. And here comes Panama. He's looking for the space to be able to take the shot. Martinez, who has been very, very busy today. He's been on the left, been on the right, been in the center, trying to cook up a way through this defense of the Black Stars. An attempted crossing there by Murillo, but it's blocked. Back out to number 16, Andrade, another shot blocked. Goes all the way to Blackman. Bacena to number 7, Rodriguez. Puts the ball in! And Benjamin Asari was diving into no man's land there. Opoku with the clearing header. But I'm just watching the replay of this again. And if Opoku hadn't gotten there, I think Asari was diving into no man's land. Corner to Panama. Taken by Rodriguez. Takes a shot with Martinez. Ball into the box. Asari comes out. Does well to punch. Gets some good distance on it. And the ball drops to Numa. Numa finds Jordan Ayew. And what happens? Panama use the Black Stars as a wall, and the ball rebounds back into their possession. And it's Panama on the attack again. Nearly 10 minutes gone in this game in Ontario, Canada. Well played there from number 7 for Panama, Rodriguez. But Semenyo gets possession back. Semenyo must be wondering, how did I go from Man City to this quality of football? It's been atrocious. But having said that, a fantastic crossing there from Mensah, who had Mosquera diving across the box, but there was nobody there in the middle to be able to attack them. We're just seeing that it was a very good crossing there. Mosquera gets nowhere close to it, but the positioning of Jordan Ayew means that he's not able to get anywhere close to that cross. You can't but ask yourself, how much improvement would the Black Stars have had if the two big names who are not playing today, if they were on the pitch? What impact would those two have had? I'm talking about the man Thomas Partey, who was denied entry to Canada, unfortunately, and the man who's been injured since January, Mohamed Kudus. But Ghana have who they have on the pitch. No point crying over spilled milk. These 11 Black Stars in the next 35 minutes need to get the job done. Panama in possession. A long ball into the half of Ghana. They walk it nicely. Blackman almost gets into a position where he's whipping the ball in. Whipping the ball into the ball. I'm really impressed by the way Panama have played tonight. They are worthy of that current ranking that FIFA have for them of 35th place in the world. And finally, Carlos Queiroz decides, I've had enough. Sulemana is the first off. Numa. It's all change on the wings for the Black Stars. And we have number 10 and number 7, Thomas Ashante and Abdul Fatau coming in to take over on the wings. Abdul Fattah, who plays for Leicester City. Oh, wow. What an effort. I mean, that would have been a real way to introduce yourself into the game if Abdul Fattah had been able to put that one at the back of the net, but it ended up being a terrible shot. I'm sure Samoa Gyan will be wondering, are these the same set of boys I've been singing and dancing with? Because if they are lacking any sort of rhythm on the pitch. They are better off being street dancers than footballers right now. Can the Black Stars awaken from their slumber? Or will the goals follow possession? Crossing. A chance, number 14. Martinez. Oh, side netting. Panama nearly with the breakthrough there. They keep knocking at the door. Firstly, it was a shot from Harvey. He scuffed it. The ball falls to Martinez, who for me so far has been the man of the match, and some of the Panamanian fans thought that that was into the back of the net. But unfortunately, for the Los Canelos, it's only the side netting. Can Thomas Ashanti and Abdul Fattah change the fortunes of Ghana? As I said, it's the first game of the tournament for these two teams, but if you look at the dynamics in the groups, it's almost a must-win game for both of them, given their next opponents at this World Cup. And Panama preparing their first substitution. It's going to be an attacking change. Londono looking to come in. Coach Thomas Christiansen looking to put the Black Stars to the sword. But before that, Ghana, I think, have won their first corner kick of the game. Absolutely correct. Mosquera had to, dive across there to protect his goal, following that deflection. Can Ghana steal a goal here? Ball in, and he beats everybody. He beats everybody. If anyone had gotten a touch to that, I think Panama were struggling. Two changes for Panama. Waterman off. Martinez, I'm surprised. Waterman and Martinez. Martinez for me has been the best player of the pitch so far. He subbed off, and Londono and Fajado both come on for the Los Canelos of Panama. I'm very surprised by that change of Martinez. I would have left him on until probably the 75th minute, but hey, what do I know? I'm sat in the studio, can't be questioning the coach who is taking a team like Panama to the World Cup. But for me, Martinez was one of the key danger men of Panama so far. And Panama just happened time and time and time again in this game. They simply just win the ball off Ghana with little or no resistance from the Black Stars, with Panama showing far more composure. And here he is, Londono. Wonderful pass there. And a shot. And Benjamin Asari is quite happy that that shot from Blackman, you know, he tries to curl that one into the back of the net. But the ball just falls straight into the arms of Benjamin Asari. 1.5 played here. Wonderful touch there from Jordan Ayew. Can the Black Stars fashion a shot out of this? That was Abdul Fatawu trying to squeeze his way through, but well defended again by Panama. Wonderful ball, Jordan Ayew. Oh! Nearly a goal there. Thomas Asante with a crossing. And I mean, I'm just going to watch this replay again. Wonderful running off the ball there. And I feel like Jordan Ayew, he stopped. And what a tackle. What a wonderful tackle there by Ramos. And if Jordan Ayew had continued at fast pace to meet that ball, then Ramos stood no chance. It's almost like Jordan thought that was a foregone conclusion. No one was catching up with him. But there came Ramos from nowhere and corner to Ghana. And Ghana seems to be asking for a penalty. The referee says, hey guys, I know nothing about that, but we know in this day and age, the VAR will be looking at that. And Jordan Ayew wins the ball back again. A chance for Ghana. He falls to Antoine Semenyo. Takes a shot, well recovered by Panama. And this is the best spell for the Black Stars so far in this game. But here comes Panama again. We seem to be getting a far more open game now. A chance. He had the chance to hit that first time. Number 7 for Panama, Rodriguez. He chose to cut back. And here comes number 13, Ramos. Oh, what a shot! And this game is really, really, really coming to life. End-to-end stuff. And we've just seen, and look, I have seen penalties given for less there. I mean, Blackman unintentionally steps on the leg of number 18 for Ghana, Opoku. I've seen penalties given for less, but I think the ref has waved that on, and we're into the hydration break. That is the most open we've seen this game. That is the most potent we've seen Ghana so far. But the game remains 0-0. What are your thoughts on this game so far? Give us a call on +234 813 6197658. Let's hear your thoughts. Ghana beginning to build a head of steam. Who will get the first goal of this game? Ghana playing like children, like some of you have said in the comment section. Give us a call, let's speak. Wow. The players take on some fluids in Toronto. The Black Stars finally coming to life. What a game. What a game. As I said, this is a must-win game for both teams, given the other two teams in their group. So right now, this 0-0 draw benefits nobody. We will take a very, very short break, and we will be back with the last, as the Americans will say, last quarter of this encounter between Ghana and Panama. See you shortly.
Morocco recently matched. This is a proud. It is time Africa genuine. 10 teams, 1 continent, 1 dream. For the first time in FIFA World Cup history, Africa will have 10 representatives at the tournament. And this is not just about participation. It is time Africa genuinely believes can actually produce a World Cup finalist or possibly a champion of the world. From Morocco's historic semi-final run in 2022 to Senegal's golden generation, from Ghana's exciting young stars to Ivory Coast's resurgence and South Africa's emotional return, the continent heads into 2026 with more depth, more talent, and more belief than ever before. So today on 54 Football X, we're breaking down all 10 teams that would be representing the African continent at the World Cup, but mainly focusing on the continent's biggest hopes: Morocco, Senegal, Ghana, Ivory Coast, and not forgetting South Africa. We'll look at their squad, stats, key players, strength, weakness, and realistic chance of going deep in the tournament. Can Africa eventually conquer the world? Morocco. Let's start with Africa's biggest hope in Morocco. In 2022, Morocco changed the African.
Come back. It's the last quarter of this interesting, unexpected flow of events we're seeing in this game between Ghana and Panama. Many supporters of the Black Stars, many hopefuls for African teams at this World Cup would have expected Ghana to have had this game wrapped up, done and dusted by now. But, you know, looking at the rankings, I'm not quite sure why we thought this game was a foregone conclusion in favor of Ghana. And a shot there from Semenyo. And Mosquera gets down there to hold on to the ball. But just looking at FIFA's rankings, Panama is ranked 35th in the world. So this is a very, very good team. Ghana, on the other hand, are ranked 72nd in the world. So according to Infantino and his people at FIFA, you know, this Panamanian team is far better than the Black Stars. So there's no surprise here. And Abdul Fattah, I think that was a foul by Blackman. And I think Thomas Ashanti and Abdul Fattah have brought a new lease of life to the Black Stars. I think we are beginning to see a new threat. I mean, I've not seen Blackman struggle as he's struggling now. He's now on a yellow card. He's now on a yellow card. And he has Abdul Fattah to deal with for the rest of the game. Free kick to Ghana in a very dangerous position. Jordan Ayew and Abdul Fattah will standing over the ball. Equality. A chance. Oh, another header. Another headed opportunity missed by Agente. Wonderful bowling by Jordan Ayew. He gets up, gets over his man, but cannot direct that ball on target. And Ghana, the Black Stars, Chale, finding a way in this last 20 minutes to put the Los Canaros of Panama under pressure. Well, here comes Panama again. Murillo with a cross, and he puts it straight out of play for a goal kick to Ghana. And all of a sudden, Mosquera looks a very, very busy man. Substitution for Panama. Rodriguez, another player who has had a wonderful, wonderful game for Panama, is taking off. And it's Ismail Diaz, number 10 for Panama, who takes his place. And Benjamin Asari restarts the game with a goal kick. Finds Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo finds Jordan Ayew. Ayew is taking on almost 4 red shirts there. Almost symptomatic of Moses trying to split the Red Sea. But unfortunately this time, the sea stands firm as one, and Ayew concedes a free kick. Panama in possession. Long ball, well defended. But the ball drops for Diaz with his first touch in the game. Back to Diaz. Wonderful control there. Murillo with a cross into the box. Well defended. And Javi wins the header there. The ball falls to Basena. Crossing, and Benjamin Asari collects. To be fair to Benjamin Asari, since he's come on, he's looked quite composed. And the Black Stars have not, although the Black Stars are more in the game now, they've had no reason to miss Ziggy in this second half. And Murillo is down. And we're just seeing that the replay of Ajete again. He does want to get away from his man. He gets up in time, but can't just direct the head and goal. You can see the anguish on his face. He did everything right there, apart from hit the target. $15 more minutes to play. All of you who said Ghana will not score, you see, you are all prophets. And I hope you have not doomed this game to a 0-0 scoreline. 13 more minutes for one of these teams to break the deadlock. Another substitution for Ghana. Number 15, Owosu, who I think has had at best an average game, is replaced with number 8, Kwasi Sibo. Kwasi Sibo is on. We'll be hoping to have much better luck than Owusu did for 75 minutes on the pitch. I mean, watching Panama play for the very first time, I'm really, really impressed. This is a technically sound side who have more than held their own. There's absolutely no doubt. Abdul Fattah has really given Ghana a proper threat from that right side of the pitch. Nil-nil. Can the Black Stars get Africa's second win at this World Cup? Many expected it, but Panama are ripping that script up, making it very, very difficult. For Ghana to get close. Honorable Fumilola says the Ghanaian players, when going forward, should be closer together to help each other. When Ayu has the ball, they don't really rally around him. They leave him alone, then the wing play is predictable. I'm rooting for Ghana. Love from Nigeria. Hey, you see tonight, Africa is united. We're all standing hoping that the Black Stars, Chale, can get the win for Africa. We have only had the opportunity of celebrating once, with the Ivory Coast getting that victory over Ecuador. You know, really putting them in firm position to potentially top that group. And we're hoping Ghana can do similar here. Whether they'll be able to top the group or not is a completely different story, given you have England and Croatia in this group. But a victory against Panama will give them the confidence to go into those games to at least try and get a draw against those two big sides. Can Ghana fashion another opportunity before the referee blows the final whistle? It's looking like Panama now out of steam. It's Ghana with the possession, but as I say that, the commentators curse. Ghana lose the ball, and here comes if that pass was any better, if that pass was slightly better, then Murillo was in on the right wing. And here comes Panama again. Well caught out. Ajete drives the ball out. Wins a good. Is that not a free kick or a throw to Ghana? Very interesting. Just under 8 minutes to play. I'm just seeing a view of match momentum, and you can see it has swung back and forth with Ghana taking control mostly from the 60th minute onwards. Can one of these teams finally break the deadlock? Ghana in possession. Come on, boys. We can't stay up till 2 a.m. tonight and not see a single goal. And here comes Ghana. An attempted cross there by Abdul Fattah. Well blocked. This is vivx Sports. Thank you for staying with us so far. We are really appreciate you stay with us late into the night supporting the Black Stars. Just please make sure you do us one more favor before you leave by hitting that subscribe button and ensuring that you remain a part of our wonderful community each time we come online. Another passage of play breaks down. And Panama take control. And here comes Basena. Cross into the Ghanaian 18-yard box. Well defended. Shot. Benjamin Asari collects. A shot there from Ismail Diaz. But nothing that puts any sort of pressure on Benjamin Asari. Less than 5 minutes to go. Who can break this deadlock? Wonderful play there, trying to spread the ball there from Urenki for Ghana. But Panama wins the ball back. Attacking from the left position. Basena to Javi. Back to Basena. Basena spreads it out to Morello into the 18-yard box of Ghana. Spreads it back there to Basena, but the captain can only, who is taking over the armband, can only whip that one over the bar. I believe this has to be the final substitution for Ghana. And it's Jordan Ayew. Fortunately, cannot cap his record. The day he has broken the record for most caps for Ghana. Cannot cap it off with a goal. And he's replaced by striker Prince Kwabena Adu. And here comes Panama again. Two minutes to go in this, what would I say, less than exciting game we have seen so far. Ghana came into this game with very high hopes, but have not really lived up to the billing. I see 33% of you have still not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Cross into the box there. Well defended there from, I think that was Antoine Semenyo. And he goes all the other way and the ball is back in possession of Semenyo. Wonderful pass there. Here comes a chance for Ghana. A chance! Oh, what a save from Mosquera! That was the chance there. Thomas Asante. Number 10 for Ghana. I think he was onside. But he telegraphed that a bit too much. And Mosquera was able to I think that Thomas Asante and Abdul Fattah was really brought something potent to the Black Stars since they came on. And Blackman, who has had a very, very good game, is taking off, and Godov comes in to replace him. Into the last minute. We're now actually going into additional time. And we can see that there's 6 minutes of added time for one of these teams to break this deadlock that refused to be broken. And Panama win the ball back. They seem more content now with this draw, this 0-0 draw. Now when I talk say Ghana no go score. Siam, the Black Stars have really struggled. They've flattered to, they've not flattered us. They've flattered to deceive. Corner won by Bacenas. Corner to Panama. Can they get the goal that I don't think anybody can doubt will be well justified for them? Corner kick to Ghana. Sorry, to Panama. Bacenas puts the ball in, well defended there. Again by Panama. And Murillo tries to win a cheap free kick there, but the referee says, nah, game on. Quickly restarted by Ghana, but Panama win the ball back. And here is Thomas Asante. Finds his partner in crime, Abdul Fattah, who waits for the overlapping run, a ball into the box of Panama. Well defended again. Thomas Asante and Abdul Fattah, who have really given the defense of Panama a lot to think about since they've come on. Three minutes to go. We've just seen Antoine Semenyo there again. And, you know, the Los Canalos have done a fantastic job in keeping him quiet. It's all Ghana right now. 3 more minutes to go. Nearly a wonderful turn there. But Murillo does well to recover. And Panama win the ball. Can they break out? Diaz does well to retain the ball. Lovely pass, overhit that cross. There was no one in the box. That was a dangerous pass. But it's worked out beautifully. Ends up with Semenyo. Semenyo finds Thomas Asante. Asante beats his man. He's into the box. Can he find his teammate? A chance. Go for Ghana! Go for Ghana! Ghana have done it in the last minute. What a goal! The Black Stars have done it. The Black Stars have done it. It's number 3. Yankari. It's a thing for the African team, winning the game in the last minute. Wonderful play there, and I've said it throughout. Thomas Asante and Abdul Fattah have given the Black Stars potency, and it's Thomas Asante who finds the right pass, and Yankiri just arrives at the right time and just stuff the ball in. Ghana won, Panama nil. And the Black Stars are in ecstasy. What a time. Go for Ghana. Go for Africa. Finally. And we'll see everyone in the yellow and black of Ghana dancing. They know what this means. This was a must-win game for Ghana if they were ever going to come out from this group. And right at the end, they land a sucker punch. Panama have been fantastic. Panama don't deserve to lose this game. But hey, this is football. And the Panamanians, the Los Canelos are shell-shocked. And the goal scorer has been asked to, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. He's been asked to come off. Oh, the referee told him to put his shirt back on. And Carlos Queiroz is now the cheerleader. He's telling the Ghanaian crowd, come on! Come on! Ghana have stolen this one. Ghana have stolen this one. I don't know how else to describe it. For a majority of the game, and you can see the disappointment on the face of the fans of Panama. They've played excellent football tonight. But a sucker punch has potentially knocked them out here. We're into borrowed time. Borrowed time here for Panama to try and get back on level terms. Ball into the box. Headed out. Free kick. Free kick to Panama. This surely is last chance saloon for Panama. Last chance saloon from Panama. Their goalkeeper Masquera is up. Can they get a goal? Ball into the box. Masquera, a chance, and Benjamin Asari grabs the ball. And the players are colliding to say, hey, the goalkeeper had the ball. Why go and attack? And the referee is just watching with a yellow card in his hands. And he walks over to number 24 of Panama and says, hey, sorry, bro. There you go. You can see the disappointment. And Mosquera got the header in there, and he couldn't get the purchase on the ball to knock that one in. And that was Javi who had the chance. And you just have to feel for Panama. You just have to feel for Panama. They don't deserve to lose this game. But that's how football goes. That is how football goes. And Benjamin Asari is still receiving treatment. And you can see the flag of Ghana. The flag of Ghana waving. Let me get my own flag of Ghana. The Ghanaian flag is waving. The Black Star is up in the air as Ghana gets an unexpected victory. With the way this game has gone, Panama don't deserve to be behind. But this is football. If you don't take your chances while you are up, you can always get punished. And Obaru says, hallelujah. I bet you that's what everybody is currently screaming in Accra. Ghana now just needs to see this game out to end what is a completely crucial victory if they want to stand any chance of coming out from this group. One last hop of the ball from Panama. And Murillo, who has had an excellent game. And that's the end! Ghana! Carlos Queiroz! The Black Stars! And you see Carlos Queiroz screaming, we did it! The Black Stars were not formidable, but the job is done. And Carlos Queiroz runs over to the fans of the Black Stars. He punches the air, tells them, come on! Come on! What a moment for him. What a moment for Carlos Queiroz. Almost wanting to win the hearts of the fans of the Black Stars. This was an important victory. This was an important victory. Without defeating Panama, Ghana were surely going home. What a game. What a game. We finally had a goal. And for those of you who wanted Ghana to end up with no goals, we are glad that you've been disappointed. Ghana with Africa's second victory at this World Cup. Ghana moving to second position in Group L behind England, who they will play next Tuesday. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. If you're online and you want to share your thoughts, your joy, if you hate watching, your pain about Ghana getting that goal, we will take one of two calls before we leave. The number is on your screen, +234 813 6197 658. Let's hear from you before we call it a night. Ghana have won. They have beaten Panama and now go to the game against England with some confidence behind this victory. It's been a pleasure doing this with you. It's been a pleasure watching Ghana win. The African teams are making it a thing of getting a victory in the 90th minute. Côte d'Ivoire have done it. Ghana have now followed suit. Maybe it's the African thing, huh? Just in the last minute, bam! We get the victory. This is excellent, excellent, excellent news. Africa finishes match day 1, 10 games played, 2 victories, 4 draws, 4 defeats. It's not a bad start. And we hope that from this point on, the African teams start to turn on the star. Tomorrow is redemption day for South Africa. They're up against Czechia. That's not going to be an easy game. We saw Czechia against South Korea. I believe they lost that game. So it's a must-win for both teams. Any team who loses tomorrow can kiss their World Cup goodbye. It's Czechia against South Africa, Switzerland against Bosnia and Herzegovina, Canada against Qatar, and then the day finishes off with Mexico against Korea. With that, we will be signing out. All the best to Bafana tomorrow. The list that we hope for and expect is a proper turnout. Come on, Bafana. With that, have a blessed night. See you next time. Cheers. Thank you.
Football forever by becoming the very first side to play in the semi-final of a FIFA World Cup, defeating Belgium.